Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And I actually had the air conditioner on in the car. Hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations. Nice, because I'm not used to being hot here in Montana. As many of you know, if you've been following along, it's not always hot here. So it was really nice to feel that warm that I needed an air conditioner in the car. I love it. It's warm, although it's supposed to be a rainy season, so I really want more rain. We're supposed to get rain this weekend, later in the week, which we really need. So praying for rain. If you got rain, send it my way, our way. We need the rain. It's not supposed to be this warm yet. All right, so, but I'm not complaining overly much. It kind of feels nice to be warm. All right, so today is Tuesday, so it's Kit Together Tuesday, and I found some other kits that I have not even opened yet. So we're going to dive in because I haven't gotten my orders yet. So as soon as they come, we'll be doing some of the newer kits. But this one's actually not, I think it's from last month. So we're not too far behind. I just don't have the new June kits yet. So let's go ahead and switch on over to this camera. Again, because it's all inclusive, all you have to do is add scissors. So I apologize for being late. I was doing a make and take with some friends. We had lunch together and I brought a kit, not this one. I brought the Painted Wishes kit, and they had never done one of our kits. So they were quite amazed that they were all inclusive, that the adhesive was inside, the gems were inside. It was a non-stamping kit, so it had everything there. And they were just absolutely amazed. This is also a non-stamping kit. So all you need is scissors. Now, what I did take besides my scissors is I took my Take Your Pick tool and I took my bone folder. So I had these three tools because for me, these kits are just that much easier, that much quicker and simpler if I have these three tools. Now, do you have to have a bone folder? No, you don't have to have a bone folder. You can use your thumbnail and run it along. You've seen me do that once or twice before. Hi, Missy, great to see you on here. But I do like the bone folder better than my finger, all right? And my nail tech used to always say, nails are jewels, not tools. So I attempt to not use my nails as tools. And you all know, if you've been watching me for any length of time, that I use the Take Your Pick tool for everything, right? And they were so amazed, and I explained to them how it worked and how to use it, and they got to use it themselves, and they loved it. So this is just, these two things to me are bare minimum for kits. Now, some of the things that I do with this, you could use the point of your scissors for. You just have to be careful not to cut yourself, because these are really sharp scissors. If you have our paper snips, these are super sharp. Hence, they come with a protection. So let's open up this kit because I am curious. So we have Essential Occasions kit. It looks like love you, congratulations, birthday, so glad to have you in my life, thank you, and thinking of you. So there are 6 cards in this kit, and I love that they use the craft paper because I think that just makes a really cool card. I wish we sold it. I think I need to put that in the suggestion box to go back to selling craft paper, or at least get some craft paper cards and envelopes like we used to have. I loved using those, but not note card size. I would rather have the regular size. So we have our wonderful tear and tape. Love this. My friends today loved it as well. Super easy to use. All right, so let's find those instructions. There they are. Since this is a non-stamping kit, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in my box because we don't need it for stamping. We don't need that cushion that it provides. All right, I'm going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to do 2 cards today. So we'll do 2 of the cards. So I'll pull out 2 envelopes. And let's see which 2 cards we will do. So there's 6 cards in here, all different. So most of the times kits have 3 different styles, 3 of each card. In this case, it is 6 different cards. When we did the, you know what, I don't even know if I've done it. I should do that with you. The heirloom kit, it was 8 different cards. and you use the ephemera that came with it, and we'll have to try that sometime. I did use that for a card club, so my card club people know. Hi Sharon, great to have you on here. Have either of you, Missy or Sharon, have either of you gotten this kit? I got it, but as you know, I didn't use it yet. So let's see. I think I'm going to go with the So Glad to Have You in My Life and the Thinking of You. I think I'm going to go with 3 and 6. We're going to use those two. So using this, so I see what ingredients I need. I have my 2 envelopes. And because this is a kit collection, it is also sold in our other markets. So we do have the other languages. So we have German, English, French, and Dutch. So let's see, we have here, So Glad to Have You in My Life, and the Thinking of You. And then of course, I always keep the German ones because I have German people that, you know what, I'm actually going to do the German for the Ich denk an dich, which it says, I'm thinking of you. All right, and then neither one of those, not this. We do need this one. This one goes with the thinking, and then these two go with the thinking. All right, I love oranges, or to me those might be grapefruit actually. The skin is kind of pinkish. Let's see, we don't need the thank you. We do need this blank one though. All right, and that's it. Oh, we need, for the number 3, we need this one. Here we go. We'll put those in the box. This is for the birthday, cute. All right, so this one, just so you can see the backing or the cards bases, this one. So these could be cut apart. Sharon, we know that's what you do. These could be cut apart. Neither of you have it. All right, 6 different cards. That's unusual, right? It's something different. I'm not sure. Let me see what the cost of it is. Essential. Oh, it's $13 for 6 cards. That's pretty good. That's, you know, about $2 and some odd cents per card. So that's pretty amazing, because you can't find cards like this that inexpensive. So this one is for the congratulations. This one's for the birthday, but since they're 2-sided, you could totally cut this and end up with 2 cards from this. All right, and then for the love you, there's this that goes on a card front, and then there's this for the thank you. I love the citrus. That definitely looks like grapefruit to me, which is my favorite. Here we go with the dimensionals. And then I need neither one of these. Let's see, do I need one of these? No, I don't need one of these either. And then here are the card bases of the craft paper. So I would also be inclined to cut this and use this. This looks really good when you heat embossed with white on it. I love that look. See? It looks like that, but this one goes here, and then we need this one. Here we go. This one, like this. And what I really love about these non-stamping kits is that if you really like the cards, you can just buy it and you don't have all the extras. So when you buy a stamping kit, you have the stamps and the ink. I wish they had refills for all our regular kits, but only for the paper pumpkin. So then you have the stamp and ink, and if you really like those cards, you have to buy another one and you get another stamp and ink. But with these non-stamping ones, you don't. You get it, and then you can get another one and you just have that. You don't keep getting all of the same stuff, or all the ink and the help me out, the ink and the stamps. You won't have multiples of those when you do the non-stamping kit. So I could buy a whole nother one. If I wanted more of these cards, I could buy a whole nother kit and I wouldn't have the extra ink and stamps. That's what I'm trying to say. That took a long time to come out. All right, let's go look at card number 3. which is right here. So we're going to use our tear and tape. Let's move this stuff over. We'll move this one out of the way. Move this over. Here we go. We're going to use our bone folder because it just makes a better crease than your fingernail. And then depending if you're wearing regular nail polish, you can leave streaks from your nail polish. That's why I stopped wearing nail polish too, is because you could streak. With the gels, you don't, but I still just use my bone folder because it's easier that way. All right, so nice and simple. We're going to use our tear and tape on the back of this, like this. Where is it? Here we go. Just 2 little strips, like that. One here, and another one right there. And it holds good, so you do not have to have it edge to edge. It holds really good. And then I like to do this. I had to show Jimmy today to do this so that he could, and yes, I had a man making a card. That was a good thing. He enjoyed it. He makes other cards using his photographs, but he had fun making this card and learning to use the take your pick like that. How quick and easy is that? All right, so the orange goes on the bottom. I'm just following these instructions, and it's below center. All right, so we're going to stick that right there. Now, if you wanted to dress these up a little more, you could put this through an embossing folder, or at least this through an embossing folder, and that would just add a little more pizzazz. So if you don't like the flat cards, consider a couple embossing folders to dress them up. So then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this, and then they're going to be on the back of that too. So you have 2 layers of dimensionals. If you don't want 2 layers of dimensionals, then just stick this down on here and put dimensionals just underneath. And then you don't have to worry about the excess dimension. All right, so we're going to just put that right there. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and it's going to go down like that, but it's going again on dimensionals. I would probably, if I was mailing this, I would probably just use 1 layer of dimensionals instead of 2. So I would most likely put the dimensionals here on this backing, and I would glue that down. All right, but we're going to do it just like they have it. There we go. Look how quick and easy. I love the non-stamping cards. When I need a fast and quick and easy card, this is the way to go. All right, so Sharon, you have not, yeah, it's awesome. And so, yeah, this one, because this isn't decorated, I probably wouldn't cut it, but I love this. But you can definitely white emboss on craft paper. All right, and then here, if I wanted to dress this up, whatever embossing folder I ran this through, I would run the flap through also, just to tie it in together. But if you want just a quick and easy card, there it is. Right there. And it's nice, and people will love it. They'll think you spent so long making it, and look how quick I got it done in, I don't know, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, not very long at all. So let's see about this one. This was card number 6. So I'm going to fold this over. And periodically, I like to make some German cards because I need to be sending cards to Germany. We're going to turn it this way. This ombre look, again, you could emboss it very easily. It would look great embossed. And it looks great as is. So we're going to take this one, we're going to turn it over. I like to put it in the same direction so I make sure. And then this one is going to go like this. Then we have this one turned over here, the small one, and this one here. And then I'm going to follow these. So the tear and tape goes on this, like that. Woo. All right, and then Terran tape also goes on this one. All right, and then our dimensionals go on our little slice or quarter, and then the dimensionals go on here. All right. See, girls, I'm saying all right. I keep catching it. Not fast enough to stop, but okay. I'm going to just push that down. Let's see. Nope, we're going to do these. I showed them how to do this. They loved the Take Your Pick tool. Absolutely loved it. They just were trying to figure out how they've been crafting without it. Oops, that's not very centered. All right, here we go. There, that's a better center job. Okay, we're gonna put this, take this off. That just got right up to the edge, so I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. That's the beauty of this tool. If you get it over the edge, you can use the tip to roll it back. This one is going to go right here. And this is going to go right here. And then this, goes underneath. No, it goes on top. Well, but that has dimensionals on it. I think they goofed. I think there's supposed to be dimensionals on here. So I'm going to pull this off and I'm going to put dimensionals on. And I think I'm going to use the end piece, so it's a little longer, like that. Because it's, if you notice, and sometimes they have little errors like this, the sentiment goes over that slice, but here they have it with Terran tape, so then it would have to slide under, otherwise you'd be pressing that down. You know me, I like things to be flush. I don't want things wonky and curved and slanted, so I'm just topping that off like that with dimensionals, and then you can see it's all flush. Nothing is pushed down and made wonky, because that's just me. So great beginner kit. Yeah, it sounds fine, June. Oh, the all right. Thank you, Sharon. I just get conscious of that when I start using a word so much. I just get conscious that, ooh, maybe that's a little too much. Okay, we're going to do one more card because I'm really liking this kit. I'd love to do all 6 of them, but I probably ought to save some for other lives in the future for my vendor events. But I'm going to do one more. Which one should we do? Which one should we do? Let's see, here we go. So we did these 2. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the I love you. I don't remember seeing anything on these. Do you? No. All right, let's see. Number 4. Oh, that is number 4. So number 4, we're going to go with, I feel like I'm missing something here. There's this, this, and then love, here we go. I love you. All right, am I missing anything else? It feels like there's something missing. There's decoration there. Unless that's a sticker. No, that doesn't look like a sticker. All right, let's see what the card says. That one's confusing me, so let's go find it. Oh, no. I wonder why they have this here, but it's not showing that way here. How interesting. How interesting. All right, so this looks like some stenciling that you can do, and we have different, what we call them masks, but it's essentially stenciling. And so you can do that, and then you could create something like this as well. We're gonna fold this over. That was making me think of a German technique or German stickers that I used to, well, actually I still have them right up there. My mom used to have stickers that looked kind of like this, all right, where you could just put it on the wood and it looked really cool. So I was hoping that this would have it, but there's not anything. So this is actually going over, and I'm not sure what that is behind there. It could be just another one of those, you know, typo things. They changed things up maybe and forgot to check their kits. I don't know. I don't know. All right, that is all curled. Here we go. That's lifting. That's part of the, this is really thick cardstock. It's craft cardstock, so it's a little thicker. We're going to put dimensionals on here, doing 6 of them. So down the sides, and you know me, where else am I going to put them? You got it, in the middle, because I don't want any sagging. So I'm going to make it look like a double domino. That's what I kind of think of it as, a double 5 domino, even though there aren't enough and there should be more, but I always think of it as a double domino. All right, we're going to do this way. They're pretty big on this one in the double layer of dimensionals, because we're going to put dimensionals on here. So you could emboss this. That would add a little bit of oomph to it. All right, if you wanted to do that, you could totally do that. I could see doing that. I was trying to think which one I would use for that, and I can't answer that. Which embossing folder would you use for this? Which one do you think you would use, or would you? Another thing you could do, if I had another kit, I would demonstrate that. You could use, nope, wrong end. You could use the tip of your, this comes with your original Take Your Pick tool. It's just too many tools and not enough ends, so I added another one. So you could take either side of your stylus, and you could take your foam mat, and then you could do from the other side. No, you wouldn't be able to from the other side, so you'd have to do it on this side, and you could kind of outline it, and that would make it groove in. So I don't know how that would look. I don't have another one of these because this kit only has one. So that's something that you would have to try on your own. So we're going to put that right there. So we're just lining it up along this edge. Here we go. I love. Just like that. I love you. And this would be a card that my mom would like, because it's got the roses, and she would like that card. So I would be inclined myself to put some white on the inside for writing. A lot of people don't put white on the inside of cards. I do. I think it makes it a finished look. So I would be inclined to put a small, even if you just did like a 3.5 by 2.5 or something like that, you could just put that in there, a small thing for you to write on. All right, so we're gonna take this and put it in here. And so we've done 3 of the 6 cards. So you can see how quick. It's only been about 20 minutes or so, and we've already gotten half the kit done. And that's just because I was talking. So if I didn't do all the talking, we'd have had the whole kit done. All right, so here are your 3 cards. Thinking of you, I love you, so glad to have you in my life. That's exactly how I feel about all of you. I am so glad to have you in my life. All right, so that's it. That's our kit experience. That is the essential occasions. 6 different cards using the craft cardstock envelopes, and a number of them, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of them had craft card bases. You can cut them, you can emboss them, you can keep them as they are. It's all completely and totally up to you. This happy birthday one looks fun with that fringe too. Did you see that? I thought that fringe was really cute. And it looks like it's then on each side of it. So here, look at that cute fringe. That reminds me, we made the fringe on those taco cards we did one time. That was super fun. All right, and we just cut them. This is already fringed out and done for you. How awesome is that? All right, okay, essential occasions. So love you, congratulations, birthday, so glad to have you in my life. Thank you, and thinking of you. You've got all the bases covered. You don't have to worry about not having a card for a certain occasion. You can get this kit as many times as you want because it was only $13 for 12 cards. Not a bad deal for 6 cards. Sorry, I can count. For 6 cards. So that's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. And if you have embossing folders, you can run some of the items through the embossing folders to just dress it up that much more. But they still, I mean, this one is still really pretty. The only thing I would emboss would be this paper right here, and that would be it. Everything else I would leave as is because I think it looks awesome. So I might have to get another kit so I could play with what alternates you could do or how you could dress them up a little bit. So I think I need to put this in my cart, get another one, and then we can do another kit together Tuesday where I show you how I'm dressing them up, because I think they could add, some of them could add a little, have a little bit more pizzazz to it just by using embossing folders. That would be pretty awesome. And you could add some Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella would be another one. So let me just show you that real quick. You could use your Wink of Stella and we could dress up these grapefruits, because who doesn't love grapefruit? I love grapefruit. Do you love grapefruit? Let me know in the comments. Do you love grapefruit? I love grapefruit. As a matter of fact, I have some grapefruit that I need to juice probably tomorrow for my breakfast, or with my breakfast, or before my breakfast at some point. So you can just add a Wink of Stella. It just adds that little pizzazz to your cards. And I'll leave the leaves plain, but I've dressed up the fruit. You could even do it here. You could do the whole I love you and dress that up. So you can't go wrong with Wink of Stella. You just really can't. It goes with everything. Male, female, doesn't matter. All right, and over here we'll do our leaves with it. Because why not? Who doesn't love Wink of Stella? It just adds that little touch of sparkle to your cards. So between Wink of Stella and embossing folders, if these cards were too plain for you, you can dress them up. If they're not too plain for you, then you've got some super quick and easy cards. And then you've got some fun stuff to give away. All right, so look at that. Look how quick and easy that was. And it just dressed them up perfectly. Can you see that sparkle shine? I don't know if it's gonna show. Maybe not on that one. Let's see if it'll show on this one. There you go. You can kind of see. Can you see the sparkle? Comment sparkle if you can see the sparkle. I'm trying to see whether the camera will show you that sparkle. And then on here. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I don't know why the camera doesn't always show the sparkle. It is very faint. And that's the beauty of it, is the person will see it, but it won't be in your face. It's not glitter. It's just a little shimmer. And that's what's the beauty of it. So you can add a little shimmer to the cards. You could add some embossing folders to the cards, and then you've dressed them up just that little bit more. So thank you so much for joining me, Missy and Sharon. If you're catching, you like the grapefruit, or you like grapefruit. Nice gift, make and give as a gift. Yes, you could. And you could even just make a little box. I should probably one day on a Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday show you how to make a little box to put the cards in, and then you can give them away. You can also use this to give them away and just put the cardstock in here. That, I should write that down. Let me write that down. Where's my post-it notes? Let me write that down. Would you like me to show you how to do a box? That's not, here we go. Post-it note. So, boxes for cards. Boxes for cards. All right. You know, with Christmas coming, ooh, yeah, I did say that word. Christmas is 6 months away. For those of you who are counting, I'm not usually counting, but it did come out of my mouth. I said that word. It's far away, but it's not that far away. But I could do a Thunderstruck Thursday where I do some different ways to gift your cards that you're making. Because I know a lot of you are like me and you are making lots of cards and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with these? Gift them. I've done that in the past, numerous different times to different people, and they love getting those cards because they know they're handmade from you with love, and then they love passing those cards on to their friends and family. So consider that if you're making lots of cards, gifting them, and I will, boxes for cards, I will do that for a Thunderstruck Thursday probably next week because I think I already had something else planned. I got to look at my planner and see. If I didn't have something set that I'm really wanting to do, then I will do that this week. And I have a couple different ones that we can do that I can show you. And I think it would be lots of fun and it would be a great idea. Or you know what? Better yet, just came up with that idea. For July, each Thursday, I will do a different boxing for you so that you can make it, because some of the boxes might take a little while to learn. So I'll do a live showing you the boxes since July is Christmas in July. Yes, I said the Christmas word again, Christmas in July. And so Thursdays will be some boxes for you to be able to box up your cards to give them as gifts. Whew, that's great. I'm so glad that came to me. Thank you for helping that come to me. So, all right, let's find that camera. Here we go. So, thank you so much for joining me. It is Tuesday. I will see you on Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday at, I think it is set for, let's see, it is set for 1:30. All right, so I will be back at 1:30 on Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday with some fun. I think we're going to do a technique this week. I think that's what I have in the plans, is a technique. I think we're going to do some masking. All right, so I'll see you Thursday at 1:30 for some masking fun. Until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.